Hello, my name is James. Today I want to share a story about grief, nature, and how it helped me heal. You'll hear how loss led me to seek stillness, how nature showed me a new way to see the world, and how I turned that journey into my work as an artist. Grief has a strange way of changing how we see the world. After the end of a 10-year relationship, just before the pandemic, I made a bold decision, a leap of faith. I quit my job of 10 years, packed my life into a tiny car and teardrop trailer, and headed west. I wasn't moving to find a different career, a new love, or follow a dream. I was chasing stillness and connection. It was in nature that I found my quiet place. After years of big city life, time in the Pacific Northwest seemed to stretch and soften. For the first time in years, I could breathe with a still calmness. I moved to White Salmon, Washington, and that is where everything shifted. My walks with my dog Millie became meditative rituals. That same trail could look entirely different depending on the time of day or the angle of light. I took it all in, and I took none of it for granted. I was in awe of the beauty that surrounded me. My days felt longer and more fulfilled than they had in years. Nature became my sanctuary. Hiking, camping, paddleboarding, just sitting in stillness. It wasn't my imagination about time. As Cassie Holmes explains in Happier Hour, awe increases our satisfaction with time by making us feel like we have more of it. It's like nature handed me an extra hour. In that quiet, happy space, I knew my spirit was healing. I knew it because I began to draw again. Now, drawing was always my first language. In high school, I could always draw what I could see, and it came very natural. But at Boise State, things shifted for me. I learned to draw what I could feel. Because again, grief has a strange way of changing how we see the world. In the mid-1990s, I lost both my father and my best friend in the same year. My art became the only place I could safely channel that grief and wrestle with the biggest question I had ever faced. What happens after we die? Is there something more? My aha moment, for me, was seeing a tattoo. Two human figures twisting upward, transforming into a tree. That simple image whispered a powerful truth. We are deeply connected to the natural world. And even in death, our energy persists. It transforms. It doesn't vanish. This idea actually mirrors the first laws of thermodynamics, which states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, only changed from one form to another. As explained by the U.S. Department of Energy, the total amount of energy in the matter in the universe remains constant, merely changing from one form to another. In that context of life and death, this scientific principle offered profound comfort. I began looking for signs of transformation everywhere. That's when I started noticing something strange and beautiful. I began to see shapes and patterns in nature that I came to call spirits. These were just, I used a simple symbol that we're all familiar with to represent us. This realization became a cornerstone of my artistic expression, leading me to expand these themes through many different mediums: drawing, ceramics, digital, and even tattooing. Each piece became a conversation between science, spirit, and the endless cycle of transformation that surrounds us. Patterns, repeating, shrinking, expanding, spiraling. These are actually called fractals. Self-repeating shapes found throughout nature. You see them in the swirl of a shell, in the branches of a tree, the ripples in sand, or even the way clouds form. Fractals have deep mathematical roots. They are created by repeating a simple function over and over, a process called iteration. With each repetition, the shape becomes more complex, but it remains self-similar, meaning it looks the same at any level of magnification. As explained by the University of Utah Math Department, fractals can be found not just in art and mathematics, but in living systems, reflecting the fundamental way nature organizes complexity. These weren't just visual motifs for me. They became a spiritual language. My art began to reflect a world where nature and spirit intersect. I began to create black and white tonal drawings on medium tone paper. I didn't plan the spirits. They seemed to reveal themselves, and I just exaggerated the symbol for us, the viewer, to see themselves. Herring used symbols, dogs, babies, radiating lines to speak about connection and resistance. Doolittle's paintings reward patience. Her hidden figures invites a second look. One of my favorite artists, George O'Keeffe, once said, "Nobody sees a flower really. It is so small. We haven't the time, and to see takes time. Like to have a friend takes time." I invite you all to take time and be a friend to nature. This project itself weaves drawing, tattooing, ceramics, photography, storytelling, science, tied together by one belief. Healing comes from reconnecting with the natural world. Spirits in Nature isn't just a project. It's a way of seeing, a way of healing, and a way of living. You slow down, look closely, and listen. Thank you.